Are these coincidences really just coincidences? Or is something deeper going on between two global stars? Why are fans connecting the dots now? And what detail made everything explode? Stay until the end and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe as we explore a rumor that refuses to fade. What if the smallest detail could change everything? What if a moment so subtle, so easy to overlook, was actually the beginning of a story no one saw coming? And what if the reason millions of people are talking right now is not because something was confirmed, but because something feels too connected to ignore? Before you move on, pause for a second and ask yourself honestly, when did you first notice it? That strange alignment of moments, that unexpected overlap, that feeling that maybe, just maybe, these coincidences were starting to add up. It didn't begin with an announcement. There was no headline, no official confirmation, just a moment, then another, and then suddenly people started noticing patterns. At the center of this growing wave of speculation are Jungkook and Winter, two global names who until recently were rarely mentioned in the same breath. But now their names are being linked in conversations that feel both unexpected and strangely persistent. It started quietly, a timeline that seemed to overlap, moments that felt unrelated but appeared closer than coincidence. Details that once meant nothing suddenly began to carry meaning. And once people began looking, they couldn't stop seeing more. That is how it always happens. Not through one undeniable piece of evidence, but through many small observations that, when placed together, begin to form something that feels like a pattern. But here is the question that continues to divide everyone. Are these patterns real, or are they being created? Because the more people look, the more they find. And the more they find, the more convincing it becomes. There is something powerful about coincidence. One coincidence can be ignored. Two might raise curiosity. And that is exactly what is happening now. Fans are revisiting old moments, rewatching clips, reanalyzing details that once passed without notice. And in doing so, they are building a narrative not from confirmation but from connection. Some believe it is too much to ignore. Others insist it is nothing more than imagination. But both sides continue watching, because uncertainty creates attention. And attention keeps the story alive. There is also an emotional layer that cannot be separated from this kind of speculation. Because for many, this is not just about curiosity, it is about connection. It is about how people interpret the lives of those they admire, how they relate to them, how they feel involved in something that feels bigger than a single moment. And that emotional investment changes everything. Because it makes every detail feel important. Every coincidence feel meaningful. Every silence feel like it might be hiding something. But silence can mean many things. Can mean nothing is happening. Or it can mean everything is being kept private. And without confirmation, both possibilities remain open. That is what makes this situation so compelling. Not what is known, but what is unknown. Because the unknown invites imagination. And imagination builds stories. Stories that grow, evolve, and spread far beyond the original moment that started them. There is also a growing awareness that in a world where every movement is observed, every detail captured, and every moment shared, it becomes easier than ever to connect us that may not have been meant to connect. Patterns can be found anywhere if people are looking for them. And right now, people are looking closely. Very closely. But even with that awareness, the feeling does not disappear. Because once something begins to feel real, it becomes difficult to completely dismiss it. And that is where the tension lies. Between belief and skepticism. Between curiosity and caution. Between what is seen and what is assumed. As more time passes, the conversation does not fade. It evolves. New observations appear. New interpretations emerge. New discussions take shape. And with each new layer, the story becomes more complex, more detailed, more difficult to ignore. But still no answers. No confirmation. Just the ongoing question that continues to draw people in. Is it coincidence? Or something more? And perhaps the most fascinating part is not whether the rumor is true or false, but why it feels so believable, why so many people are drawn to it, why it continues to grow even without proof. Because sometimes the power of a story does not come from certainty, comes from possibility, from the space between what is known and what is imagined, from the quiet tension of not having a clear answer. So now the question turns to you. What do you see when you look at these moments? Do you see random coincidences? Or do you see something connected? Do you believe there is something there? Or nothing at all? Because in the end, the truth may remain silent. But the feeling, the curiosity, the conversation, those will continue, growing, evolving, pulling more people in, until one day perhaps there will be an answer. There won't be. And maybe that is exactly why no one can stop watching. And as the speculation continues to ripple across timelines and conversations, something even more revealing begins to take shape. Not necessarily about what is true or false, but about how quickly perception can transform into something that feels almost undeniable. Because once a narrative gains momentum, it begins to move on its own, carried not by facts alone but by attention, curiosity, and the human tendency to search for meaning where meaning may or may not exist. There is a moment in every unfolding rumor where the conversation shifts. At first, people are simply asking questions. Then they begin to compare details. Then they start to connect them. And before long, those connections begin to feel like evidence, even if they were never meant to be. This is where the story surrounding Jungkook and Winter finds its intensity, not in confirmation, but in accumulation. A collection of moments that, when viewed separately, may seem ordinary, but when placed side by side, begin to create something that feels intentional. A shared timeline here. A coincidental overlap there. A detail that feels too aligned to be random. And once that feeling begins, it spreads. Because people are not just observing anymore, they are participating. They are analyzing. They are interpreting. They are building a narrative together, piece by piece, moment by moment. There is also something fascinating about how quickly silence becomes part of the story itself. Because in the absence of clear answers, people begin to read into what is not being said. They begin to interpret the lack of confirmation as something meaningful, even though silence can mean many different things at once. Can mean privacy, can mean irrelevance, can mean nothing at all. But in the context of speculation, silence rarely stays neutral. It becomes a canvas. And on that canvas, people project their own interpretations, their own expectations, their own beliefs. This is why the conversation continues to grow even without new information. Because it is no longer dependent on new events. It is sustained by interpretation, by discussion, by the constant flow of perspectives that keep the narrative alive. There is also an emotional dynamic that continues to evolve alongside the speculation. Because for many, this is not just about curiosity, it is about investment. It is about how they connect to the people involved, how they interpret their lives, how they respond to the idea of something that feels both possible and uncertain at the same time. And that emotional investment adds intensity, because it makes every new detail feel significant, every new theory feel worth considering, every new discussion feel necessary. But at the same time, there is a growing awareness among some observers that